Union Pacific experimented with running a coal-powered turbine, the results weren't satisfactory, resulting in the idea of coal-powered diesels being forgotten to time. At least until this company stepped in. During the early 1980s, General Electric was upgrading their technology for the next new locomotives. In March 1983, GE would build a new testbed with 3,600 horsepower and a 16-cylinder engine. It felt like the perfect successor to Dash 7s, which at the time were dwindling in sales. GE wanted to perfect the new technology to keep their status as the top loco builder for America, so this new locomotive had to be a massive improvement from the last generation. The lone C36-8, number 607, will be trialed on Conrail Norfolk Southern during 1983. With the results, the railroads would get the more similar C32-8s and C39-8s during 1984. As for the C36, while it was offered in GE's catalog, no railroads placed orders for the model, and with nothing else to do with the locomotive, the lone demonstrator would languish at GE's Erie plant, and often made appearances on the testbed alongside other demo units. With the 90s swinging in, GE would partner with Norfolk Southern and the Department of Energy to produce a coal-fueled locomotive, with 607, now renumbered 609, being converted to run on what's called coal slurry, which is a combination of coal dust and water. It was thought that the diesel would run between various coal plants in Pennsylvania, with the diesel being refueled with the coal slurry whenever low. In theory, it's an interesting concept, but the experiment never went anywhere, as it proved to be inefficient for operations, and railroads chose that they would be better off using regular fuel instead. Half of me thinks that there would have been similar problems to that of the coal turbine that UP had. As a result, the coal-fueled diesel project was dropped shortly thereafter. As for 609, it would be kept at the Erie plant and later rebuilt in 1999 to Dash 9 specs. This makeover would see 609 renumbered again to 899, receiving new electronics and a large hood to boot. Aside from being briefly leased to NS in the early 2000s, 899 has spent its life at the Erie plant, but as of recent years, has more or less been sitting in storage with its future being undetermined. We can all agree it's an unusual career for this testbed. I mean, from being trialed on railroads to running on coal dust, to being converted to a Dash 9, 899, or 609, or 607, was a rather interesting anomaly from General Electric. And while it may not have seen mass production like its predecessors and later successors, its innovations have led to more successful models in GE's history. So, I guess that's something to remember, I suppose. Although I still hate that long hood, what were they thinking?